Hello YouTube and welcome back to another episode of Let's Build a Wildling Village. So I've done quite a bit off camera, and another massive change you might have noticed is the tree. So I said, or at least I think I said at the start of the first episode, that Rylan has made these trees. Also if I sniff or sneeze in this video, I apologise. My hay fever is really playing up today, even though it's not sunny and it's confusing the hell out of me. Last few days, dead sunny, been fine. Today, cloudy and hay fever. Just go figure. But yeah, so Rylan, I did ask him to make the tree larger, but I wasn't sure if he was going to, and you know, he was busy and doing other stuff. A couple of days later, he was like, "Hey, so I'm making this bigger tree." So I was like, "Awesome!" So he's made that. We've put it in, and I've gone over and mixed in the biomes to get a really nice colouring. So this is Mushroom Shore and Ice Mountains, and I'm doing the oak leaves. So that's how I've got these colourings. The majority of it is Mushroom Shore, which makes purple oak leaves, like really purple. And then I just went round with the blaze rod and just sort of every now and then dotted it about. I think I spent maybe 20 minutes, half hour, actually like purposefully placing different stuff and getting it to look pretty. The other thing we did is, we did this in the last episode, so I've done it for this house. This house is very symmetrical. It's very, like both sides are the same. There's not really any variation in the roof, but I kind of like it. And then this house, God, this house took me forever. If I start building another angled house in the future, in another series, start shouting at me. I'm actually going to try and do a couple for Lake Town. I think that would look pretty good, but just generally, just no. I mean, it kind of looks good, but no. But yeah, this tree is amazing, and it's got so many things I actually hate about general Minecraft tree making. One of them is these random bits that just dangle down. I'm not really a big fan of those, unless, you know, it's kind of in the style that I do with the fences and stuff. Vines, I don't really use vines on trees, and it works really well, so I may start doing that. Floaty leaf blocks. I'm going to leave it, just because, you know, it's his tree, so I'll leave it how it is. But I generally hate floating leaves, and underneath the tree, it's amazing. So this episode, I'm actually going to do something that I don't see, well, anybody do with trees, and I don't understand why. And that is adding dirt to the base of the trees. Everyone just puts trees down, think, oh yeah, look at the tree, it's awesome, and then completely forget about what trees are like in real life. So in real life, you don't have grass growing where the trees are because the roots are taking all the nutrients, so the grass can't grow. At least I think that's the reason. I don't know, I'm just making stuff up now. Put that sideways, that'll be fine. So I'm just going to place loads of dirt around and really cover this all up, and then we'll go and get the 3:1 block, which is the dirt path, and we'll make the edges really nice and really smooth and stuff, and make it all pretty. And I think that's pretty much going to be it for this episode. This series is going to be more about the terrain and the naturalizing look of the plot, more than actual buildings and stuff, as you might be able to guess by how much I've actually done off camera already with the houses. Because, you know, kind of pretty much built them all up. Even this tent as well. It was brown, I've changed it to black and grey, looks 10 times better. So I'm quite happy with that. We're still going to be doing details for the exteriors and the interiors and stuff on camera. Still going to be doing all that stuff. But I do think I want to make this more of a terrain and natural series rather than building series, because my Lake Town and Wild West Town, they're all more about the actual structures themselves. Inca, it's kind of 50-50, and Hobbit, it's kind of all terrain, isn't it, because you're just doing inside, so it's like terrain and interior. So this one's going to be mainly just terrain and naturalizing and making stuff look sort of realistic and good. So let's see, we're going to take this and we're just going to go right around the edge for a start. And this is just very basic kind of thing to do. Just going around the edges like this. and it can look good first time. Sometimes you might have to do a little bit of extra work afterwards, and I think I'm going to have to do a little bit of extra work because we don't want to see repeating patterns. We don't want to see like sharp corners and edges and all that kind of stuff. So I'll explain that in a minute once I've done this round. And this goes for dirt paths as well. I will be doing a video on how to do dirt paths or dirt roads and like the gravel roads and stuff like that. Why is that not joining up? Okay, so straight away you can see here, I'm just going to turn shaders off so it's a little easier to see. See here we've got 1, 2, 3 and that pattern just repeats, and that's the way that connected textures work. So that's nothing really bad with texturing or like mods or anything like that. That's just the way that connected textures work. So you can see it there as well. So what I'm going to do is just place a little block here, grab one of the normal blocks, put it like that, grab one of these blocks, bring it out, and just sort of mess around with different textures and stuff. And see what kind of shapes we can come up with, even cut in a little bit like that. Put these back in, kind of like this, put a grass block in there. Don't really like that too much, so I'm going to put a grass block. That's kind of fine. This needs breaking up a bit, so I can either get rid of that, put a grass block in, which then I'll change these over like that. Not too bad. Change that one to that. You see, it's just making it look a little bit more natural, not as straight, all that kind of stuff. I should swap those two around like that. There we go, that's good. You see, like here and here, you've got those two circular patterns, so you want to get rid of one of them somehow. So I'm actually going to put that there, get rid of that for a normal dirt block, and then maybe put another two coming off like that, and just one there, just randomly. And then over here, we'll put two more like this. One coming off in this direction, one coming off like that. Get rid of that for this one, nope, for that. You see, it's kind of straightforward in the end, but you see you get this really, really nice, realistic as well effect going on. And I think I'm just going to skip the rest of it because I've still got quite a way to go. And then I want to talk about some other stuff, so I'll see you guys in a minute. Okay, so that's pretty much it. We've just sort of added, I really like this little bit here. There's a little patch of grass and then more dirt. Probably going to make that into something somehow. But this is a nice little way to get sort of natural, realistic things. The next thing we want to do is get some I-44:2, and this is the Enviro slab. So I'm just going to place a couple of these around the roots of the tree, and this is going to make the roots of the tree stand out a bit more, make them seem a bit bigger and a bit bulkier. And don't worry about going over, like, if you've got roots in the floor like that, you can cover those up, that's fine. They're just there as like extra help. And we're just going to sort of pile them up around the edge of the tree like that, because realistically you do get raised bits of dirt where the roots are breaking through. So I'm actually going to get rid of some of those and put in a couple of dirt blocks. And again, this just helps with the realism of the tree. I'm going to get rid of that as well, actually. Maybe put one over the top. And you can tell now I'm going to have a bit of a headache with trying to do biome work. But that's going to be fine, that's fine, nothing to worry about there. That's basically just going to be trying to find the right biome to get the tree looking the way I want it to look. So I'm just kind of sticking to certain areas, and you can see that I'm actually getting rid of some of the blocks, like the fences and the colour walls that are in this root system, just so I can actually place the blocks that I want to place. And it's looking a bit odd at the moment, but I think when I turn all this to dirt, it will look fine. So let me just grab my biome tool, the blaze rod, and right click, cycle through, and we can find forest hills. Now this is going to have an effect where a lot of the leaves in the middle are going to start to go yellowy green. So I'll quickly just go over it so you can see the effect, and then off camera I'll work out how to make it look right for the tree above. If it affects the leaves that much, that is. We might get away with it. We can do all that, and this, and is that it? Is that everything done? So yeah, you can see right here in the middle of the tree now, it's all very yellowy green, as I predicted. It comes to the top. Yeah, so this, we need to work out a block that has dirt and is either orange or purple, and I don't think it's going to get purple, but we can maybe get an orange one, so we can mess about with those. I'm actually going to put another slab like this, like that. Maybe get rid of that one. Maybe get rid of put that in there, and then like that. This one coming off in this direction. I'm just messing it up and making it look sort of random, as it were, and keeping it looking cool at the same time. I'm not too sure if I'm happy with it all. Could maybe throw another slab up here. I think if we get rid of that for a full block and then put a slab up there, change that over, that's not looking too bad. Put a full block in here and then put a slab like that. Yeah, it's looking a bit better. This route here doesn't have any at all, so let's fix that problem. So we can put a full block there, slab here, full block there, slab there. That'll do. And this kind of only works with big trees, I suppose, but it's a nice realistic feature to include, something that you do see with trees in general. So that instantly makes the roots look a bit more interesting. Now I'm going to quickly try and fix this with a biome work, and then we'll try one more smaller thing which is going to involve a lot more biomes. So doing this with a biome specific tree doesn't work out very well, but we'll see how it turns out in the end, so I'll be back in a minute. Alright guys, so that took a long time, but I think I've come up with something that I'm finally happy with. So I was going to put some bit of podzol in there, mix that around and kind of make it look good. Unfortunately, doing the podzol meant that we would have yellow leaves or green leaves, so it didn't look quite right, and I still need to fix a few little areas up here and there, so just bear with me a minute. So what we've gone for is we've mixed in some gravel, which I think is fine, and we've also got some mossy logs, mossy slabs even, just every now and then. I did see I was messing about there with trying to get mossy birch in. I didn't quite work. The biomes weren't right. You see, I've also still got 2 of those biomes there, so we can swap those biomes over. I couldn't get dirt. Dirt was green for everything, which kind of sucks, but I'll put that in, get rid of that one. Maybe I'll put one there, get rid of that one. There we go. So yeah, like, it was a great idea, it's just with a biome tree like this, it's not going to work. It didn't fit, didn't make sense. So I'm actually going to get rid of that block, that looks better, get rid of that one, that looks better. Yeah, keep that one, that one's needed. But you can see we've got some nice variation going on. The bottom of this tree looks a lot more interesting now with these little slabs variation coming on. And also with this being a wayward tree, we need to put a face in there, so that'll probably be another episode. But I am quickly going to show you how I did this. You see I've got the leaf there, I had the log when I was trying to get the mossy log, and I had that. If you go to video settings, quality, smooth biomes off, and we can actually go look at the tree now. And you can see here we've got bright green, the purple and the orange. You see these random biomes just here and there. I think actually these green leaves we can completely get rid of, because I've still got 1 or 2 slabs of dirt around. That's fine. As long as they're not too close to one another, it shouldn't affect the overall biome. So we've got 2 here right next to each other, which could do with changing. And in fact, they definitely need changing because they're not even on a block. Oh, there we go. They're over this slab. So one of these needs to change. So I think if we do, I think even get rid of that one. No, we need that. Could get rid of that one. Get rid of that. Change that to that biome. Try to find a mushroom shore one. There we go. Cover those 2 up. And now that's gone. So that should make it a bit more even. As long as the green isn't too overpowering, it shouldn't mess up the biome of the leaves too much. And this is how I was checking it, just doing this way, and it all shows up nice and thick and quite big. The tree looks really colourful at the moment, doesn't it? But if we just go to options, video settings, quality, put biomes back on, or smooth biomes back on, and it looks quite normal again, and everything's fine. And in fact, changing those two biomes that were right next to each other of green has made a huge difference to this tree already. The top, you know, it's kind of looking a bit yellowy, but you're not really going to see much of the top, so I think that's fine. But yeah, that's how I've worked those out in the biomes and stuff. Just a case of cycling through and making sure you get the right one. I can't remember what block it was on, so just do that. We've still got loads of stuff around here that we could try get rid of the mushroom stuff. We don't want it all brown. That's it for this episode, guys. It's been quite a long one and we've not really done much. We just sort of made the bottom of the tree pretty. But yeah, if you've enjoyed this episode, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff, and I'll see you guys in the next one.